has to muster up amidst all her responsibilities to get to a point where she's willing to trust. Because trust can be dangerous for a woman who's already been multiply traumatized. So we need to understand, why she acting like that? Why she reacting like that? All I did was give a compliment. She looked at me like I was crazy. But my brother, don't react to that. She's not responding to you. She's responding to the script you're giving her, because that same script is how she met her baby dad, who she thought was going to be the husband. And he only used and abused and manipulated her. She's not reacting to you. She's reacting to the situation. Black men cannot get involved in negative emotional exchange with our women. Nothing productive is going to come out of that, because you're arguing with a woman who's in her unconscious right now. Her pain is coming out. Don't argue with the pain. Let her process it and help her understand it. Reflective listening. I don't care how off the hook she is. If I'm understanding you right, I disappointed you by not doing this. If I understand you right, you didn't appreciate the fact that I gave my baby mom a hug in front of you. If I'm understanding you right, make sure you allow her to process her pain. Black men don't do that. And part of the reason we don't do that is we're so caught up in our narcissism. We're so caught up in our narcissism that basically says that anything you do that I don't like is wrong, even if you needed to do it in order to process your experience. We can't do that. We are very narcissistic towards our women. We are very dismissive of their feelings. And here's another reason why black women are not so quick to give us the king treatment. We come and go too easily. We come and go out of their lives too easily. You can't expect women to open up their submission and be that vulnerable all the time when there's nothing obligating you to her except your honor, if you have any, your chivalry, if you have any, your masculinity, if you have any. So we're asking for something that needs to be earned with no obligation that after we get it, we won't disappear on her. I'm only saying that I understand why she is the way she is. Does she need to work on it? Of course. And the reason I need our sisters to work on that trauma, to work on those automatic scripts, is when a good man does come, I need you to not push him away. Because as I had one of my clients say to me in a therapy session, black woman, she said, Dr. Umar, I know I have a good man. He pays the bills. He take care of my kids. They not even his. I know I got a good man. So why are you here? She said, because I was conditioned by my mother and my grandmother to never trust men, to never let them lead, to never give them power. She didn't come to me because they had a relationship issue. She came to me to help her reprogram her own mind before she loses the man of her dreams.
That takes a
strong
man,
person
so much
And
personal
another thing too,
accountability.
H, we don't like to emotionally invest in our women. And a lot of us were emotionally traumatized ourselves by past relationships and by our parents. And because we're so emotionally traumatized, we use our money and what we can do for our women to overcompensate for the fact that we don't want to emotionally invest in her. And whenever she wants to connect with us on a deeper emotional level besides sex, we throw up the fact that at least I'm fulfilling my duties. You got the car, you got the house, the kids are taken care of, but we fail to realize that's not enough, because spirit don't care about the house or the car or the job or the money. You understand? But when our women really need to go deep with us, we can't go there because we got some things we got bottled up in here that we don't want to process. And so sometimes she's all the way down here deep. We all the way up here. We scared to go down there, because if we go down there, I might got to cry in front of my queen and let her know what I really went through as a child. We don't want to do that. That's the narcissism blocking us from a deeper commitment with our women. I need black men to understand you cannot overcompensate with your finances. Emotional investment means emotional investment. And if you cannot emotionally invest in your woman, sooner or later, you're going to lose her to a man who can. And this is why brothers will lose a drop dead gorgeous woman to somebody who they might think is a simp. And you looking like, how the fuck did she leave me for this dude? You feel me? He's a regular dude. Like, he ain't got nothing I got. He was able to connect with her on a much deeper level, and you lost her because of that. Because at the end of the day, women need to be fed emotionally. Even the ones who are all into the materialism, that's just a front. They just buying into European capitalism. At the end of the day, women need to be fed emotionally. And the reason why a lot of women try to disconnect from their emotion and carry themselves like, man, well, he don't give a fuck, I don't give a fuck. You feel me? He fucking bitches, I'm fucking niggas. So what? That ain't really who she is. That is just how she protects her sensitivity. That's how she's protecting her femininity. That's how she's protecting her vulnerability by projecting back onto us what we're projecting onto her. Women want to be loved. They need to be emotionally connected to, and they need their time. And too often in our narcissism, we try to reduce our responsibility to her to dollars and cents.
I agree with Jeff. You better say something.
November 9th. November 9th. Live and unfiltered.
Man, for real.
Y'all better let them know where, though. Like, where they need to be, how they get tickets or website.
Man, tickets on the website. They know where to go. ElevatedPodcast.com. The elevated is spelled with an 8. TED. Like, yeah, man.
And it's also, if you go to our Instagram, it's in our bio. And it's the first one. It says live taping event with the date on it. So if you can't find it, go to our Instagram bio. Look at our link tree. It's the first one.